Here we have a small text file here. So we will import. So this is how our data set. So here we have taken the variables 1 to 10, and then plant height, the different biomass, and these things. So like data, and then we will import to the R. So now we got this table into our R program. So this is one procedure. So the next we will also have, we can open a new project. New R script. So this is from the scratch, students. So now I have arranged, we will learn the basic things first. You see, there is one program like create vector. So that means the variables. What are the variables? So for example, we are taken X, and then see that 12, 7, 3, 4, 2, 18. These are all our values. For example, what we want to test. So here there is a code applied here. Find mean. So for example, we will try to find the mean of these values. So there are positive values and there are some negative values also. So with the help of this formula, the code, the source code, that is find mean, then the result dot mean greater than minus mean, that is X. What is X? Again, this column. So in the print results. So we need to run this program, these three lines. So this is the what is in the bracket, the values which are in the bracket are our values, right? So now for running this one in the basic thing, so we will place the cursor at the top, that is create a vector, right? So now you will click on the run. So this is one. First time you run, you can see there are something reflecting in the console. So right. So now second time you will click on run. So then it went down. Again the print results, you will again run. So now you can see 8.22 is the average, that is the mean for this population, right? So this is the one method, and the one more method is you can simply take from the package itself. So what package we have installed? The agricole package. So here if you type MEAN mean, see we got the instructions. So the mean and which population we are giving the X, right? So now we are running the program. Right now we will run the program. So mean X, this is how you will get some errors somewhere. So then we need to find out those things. See, again we will go the mean data X. I think we will do. We will remove the R, find mean. So this is X and these are the values. So let us freshly input our code. We want to mean, make it mean, and it is X, right? Now from here we will run the code, create mean node. You see, now we got the create vector. We will just erase this one for our clarity. We will run again, right? So run. So these are all the values, and the mean, that is X. You see, again we got the same value, that is the 8.2 is the mean for this one. You see, students, so since this is the beginning, I am just starting with the very basic things for this R programming. So we can go for a very complex program also in this. The same way, for example, what we will do is we will remove this minus. We'll put all this the positive thing. Then we will run again. So now the mean is 13.42, and let us see what is the median. Median and X again. So we will run the program. So now the mean we got 13.42 and the median it is 7.5, right? So mode, I think there are two. Let us see the mode also. Mode, then X, right? Run the program. Mode, it is only one. Okay, we will see about the mean and median. So this is how the basic analysis can be done. So if this is clear, so then we will go for the next thing. Is this clear, students? So the basic analysis. We need to put the code and then run from here. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So since this is the basic thing, I'm just starting from the basic. So now we will see the population, like from the video how we have understood. So let us see one population. So before going that, we will do the correlation test here. So what we have seen is two things: the plant height, biomass, and yield. For example, we will take the plant height and the yield. Is there any correlation between the plant height and the yield? That's what we wanted to know, right? So now we will do from the basic, like we will take X greater than minus C, and then we will give the values. So X, we will assume that it is the plant height, right? So it may be in 1.4, comma 1.7, comma 1.2, comma 1.8. So let us take these four variables, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us assume this is the plant height. So next we will take one more, the X, Y. So then for the Y, again we will write the code. C, we will write. So let us take the example. It is yield is in kilograms. Okay. So we will take 2000, 2200, 2100, 2300. So let us take these two examples. So X in our case, it is the plant height, and Y in our case, it is the yield. So that is in 2000 kilos, the 2 quintals, and so on. So now let us calculate the correlation. That is what we want to know, whether there is any relationship between the plant height or not. That's what we want to know. So make sure that you check this package here, and then we will go to the code. For correlation, it is COR, right? So the basic here. So instructions we can get from here. This is how we can understand. So now we are going to run the Pearson's correlation. Yes, the basic thing. Okay, the test we will go. Correlation test. So now what we want to test, that is the X and Y, right? So we will use the input X, comma Y. So right. So let us, okay, let it be. So from here, we will run the program. Before that, we will clear this one. So now the results we can see. Run, X is this one, Y is this one, and then correlation. Yes. So we got the correlation values here. So from here, we can understand, we also get the T value. The T test value is 1.8 and P value, it is 0.203. Okay. Then our correlation, it is 0.79. It is in the positive. If it is 0.79, we can understand from this it is uh, there is positive relationship between the plant height and the yield. So one thing we can understand, if the plant height is more, then the yield is also more. So for the basic understanding, we have only four things variables here. So let us manually understand this thing. You see the plant height is 1.4, then the yield was 2000. Same in the case when 1.8, so the yield has increased to 2300 kilograms, right? So in this basic thing, we can understand there is a relationship between the X and Y, that is the plant height and the yield. So this is how we can use these formulas in R and get the data analysis. These things we can let these things export. Okay. So these things, so whatever we have done here, let us see the history part also, the environment. So from the beginning, whatever we have done, it is recorded in the history, right? Anytime we can go back and see that history. And the second thing, environment, we can see whatever we have done, right? So this is how we use the R packaging. So in this practical, we just learned about the basic things, how to find the mean, median, mode, and the correlation test. So these are the most very frequently used these things. So one more thing, so from till here, we have manually given our codes here. But for complex data, so till here, what we have taken only the data up to 10 variables or 4 variables, 4. So that is fine. Working with 4, 5 variables, it is easy. But what if we are having the data that is more than 100, thousands? So what can we do? So for that say, I have arranged one more file to understand, right? So now we will take one more procedure. So you see, as we learned from our the video, you see the data, we will collect everything and we will put in an Excel sheet, right? So in this Excel sheet, so there are data of, let's see, okay, okay, count, it is 200. So this is the data of 200 members, right? So now we are going to learn how to analyze the data of 200 members population. So here the data is collected and put in the form of numericals, where the age, how much age is there, the same thing we have given. The education also, scoring we have given. If he is having the 6, it may be a PG. If he is having a 1, he may be only read and write ability. So that is how we will collect the data. And then the experience, number of experience, years of experience, annual income. Annual income, this may be like 1,20,000. So we will divide it by 10,000 so that we will get the 2-digit number. So this is how we will process the data before analyzing. So here in this example, these are all the variables, and then these are all the X variables which we wanted to test with the Y variable, that is the attitude of the population towards ICTs. So now the ICTs have picked the momentum because of this COVID situation. That's what we have also learning things online. So let us analyze this data of 200 members. So how we need to analyze? So for that, we will have the script. So before analyzing, let us understand these things. What we are going to do now, it is the we will run a program called the path analysis, where the correlation, it is the upper step, the path analysis. It will run through this Excel sheet, analyze, and give us the data from this. So X1 and Y, how they are related, right? So is there any direct relationship or is there any indirect relationship? So this is a little complex. Don't worry. in one time you cannot understand everything, but try to understand things, so you can step by step get these things easy, right? So now what we will do, we will go into the R program and then clear everything here. Let us clear everything. Here also we will clear everything. Now we will get the code. For this we have a code here, read tab. So this is the codes we will get. So we are pasting the code here. So what does this code will do here is, it will read the table which is in the clipboard that we will copy, and then it requires the Agricole, the package. So the Agricole package is already enabled. So we have enabled it, so it will run. So it will go to this package and it will see for X, that is the variables 1 to 19, and Y variable the 20 column, right? So let us see what is from the table. So you see the X1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so and then so on, and the 19. So till 19 it will take the data, and the Y column it will take from the 20 column, right? So now that is how we will run the program. So this program will run through the Agricole and then give us the output. So for this, this is not reading the file. So this is reading the clipboard. So in this procedure, we will copy from the Excel sheet. So we are not importing anything. We will copy. Make sure that we will select this X1, right? And then XY. So now we are selecting whole down the data from the population of 200 respondents. So right, so the 200 everything is selected. Now select copy, Control C, right? Control C, and then come back to the R program. So now everything is copied to the clipboard. Now we will run the program, right? Here we will run the program, right? So bottom you can see in the console, it has read the clipboard. If it has not read the clipboard, it will show the red error. Now attach and then string, right? So then X. So it has opened the Agricole and then Y. So then correlation, right? Correlation Y, right? Path analysis. I think there is some error here. So let us see what's the error. So this is how sometimes you get the error, students. So no need to worry, you just go through this, whatever given here, you can come through. So till correlation, it is okay. Correlation 7.9, so till here it is okay. After that, X and Y error pathway, 0 length. Okay, one more thing. Path analysis. Clear this one. Let us select a little later. So let us take this data. We will copy clipboard, then come here and the execute by run. Okay, now we got the core, and then okay, correlation okay, okay, path analysis. Right. So now we got the data here. So this is all about the numerical statistical analysis for all the variables like age, education, their experience. Those are given in the names. X1, what is X1, what is X2? So they are represented here. The X9 is the annual income, social participation, family size, experience. So those are the things, but we are representing in the form of numerical X1, X2, X3. So this is the table which we get from the as an output. So this is little complex thing when we are working on the complex thing. So this is how we will take. So we will copy everything from here. Control bottom. Okay. Do one thing. So this is how we will copy this data and then paste in our Excel sheet for further processing. So this is one example of working with the complex data, right? So what we have learned today, the basic things like a mean, median, mode, how we can run through our program, and then the complex. I have given only one example of running this correlation and then path analysis. We have seen the results of the correlation and then path analysis. You see the correlation we are having here, and the path analysis. So this is how students we will get the data. So when you go into the research or further studies, so definitely you need to learn this R software and then work on this. So any doubts students till now?